Welcome. I'm Vika Selvin, coming to you again from Rivers Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Studio in Lawrence, Kansas. And today I'm going to give you, let's say, an all levels flow. It's one I've been teaching all week since I came back from the Northwest Yoga Conference in Seattle. Learned some fun stuff. So we'll add on a little bit of yin at the end and make this a shorter practice, but with lots in it. So let's get started. Hands on the knees, close your eyes. And just take a few moments, as always, to come onto the mat. And turn your attention to your breath. No need to force it. Your breath happens all day long without you noticing, and the minute you give it a little attention, it just gets big and starts showing off. So enjoy that. Notice the natural rise and fall of the breath. And then begin to exaggerate that with a little bit of movement. So at the top of your inhales, arch your back, offer your heart up to the sky, turn your face up. And exhale, let the chin come down to the chest, round the back, hang from your knees, open back body. And follow your breath. Inhales, open up the front side. Exhales, open up the back side. So it's a seated cat-cow. Finding the prana and the flight and uplifting force of the inhales. And then the exhale is your aponic movement, the grounding, the rooting. Switch the cross of your legs and continue. Maybe add other movements. So you can start to rotate the rib cage. Maybe as you're rotating, you find a sticky spot you want to hang out in for a couple breaths. It's best to keep your eyes closed. You're welcome to take a look at what I'm doing, but your movement may be different, and that's totally right. So I'm just asking you to listen to the intelligence of your body, of what it needs. A couple more rounds of breath. And then coming to a neutral spine. So if you don't have your right shin in front, put your right shin in front. And then you're going to turn to your right, taking the left hand outside the right knee. Right hand outside the right hip. So first we start with the twist. Inhales lift us up. Exhales rotate, rotating from the navel. And take your time. We're just starting here. And then we're going to add on a little side bend with this twist. So you'll walk the hands slowly coming forward. Take your time. My left arm is connecting with my right leg and giving me a little twist leverage. And my right hand is pushing my left hip back into the mat. Inhales, reach the sternum towards your right wall. Exhales, rotate the ribs. Do two more like that. Inhale, reach your sternum. Exhale, rotate. They can be tiny little movements that you can't even see. One more breath. Walk the hands back. Carefully unwind. Extend your legs out in front of you. Sweep the arms out and up. Interlace the hands with the right finger on top. Turn the palms up and get long through your sleeve length, but stay broad through the tops of the shoulders. Use Uddiyana Bandha to hook the belly up and fly. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands. Cross your left shin on top. Turning to your left. So that's right hand outside left leg, left hand's outside the hip. All right, couple breaths here. Watch the shoulders. They like to help all the time. Thank you, shoulders. And then walking forward, that left hand is the right hip rooter. Right hand is your little bit of leverage. Oh, go slow. Don't try and force. There's a lot of things going on here. But big deep breaths all the way to the collarbones. Let's go 3 more, reaching the sternum towards the wall as you inhale. Exhale and rotate. And inhale, walk the hands back. And 1. Legs out in front. Sweep the arms up. This time left finger crosses on top. Press palms up. Spread those palms wide, right? A little stretch through the day. I'm sure you were on a computer at some point. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Cross the shins. Make your way to a downward facing dog. You can come through a little bit of plank to set it up and then push the hips up and back. Pedal out your feet again. Maybe close the eyes so that you can see more clearly from the inside. And using your breath to explore your down dog in this moment. Trying to avoid expectations. Even if you practice a lot, you're going to have expectations about your down dog. But be open to nuances. Use your inhale to come forward to plank pose. Set your shoulders here. So really hug the forearms and elbows in towards the midline. Notice how that kind of domes my chest. Now to set my shoulder blades onto my back, I'm going to reach my sternum forward and my tailbone down towards my heels. Right? You see that difference? Hug it in. Now I'm going to reach out. Good, and lower to the ground. Tricep push-up. We're coming forward to lower. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Let's take shoulders up to ears first. And then as you roll your shoulders down your back, let that peel your heart open. And exhale and bow. And we'll do it again. Inhale. Shoulders to ears. Loop the shoulder blades down the back to lift the chest. And bow. 1 more. Inhale. Lifting. Exhale. Press up through hands and knees. Inhale. Come back to a child's pose for a few breath cycles. Toes together, knees wider than the torso. Press your hips back towards your heels. Draw your low belly in. Breathe deep. Next, inhale to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk to your feet, to your hands. Come to standing forward bend. Uttanasana. Knees can bend as much as you need. Take feet hip distance. That's your 2 fists snugly between your ankle bones. Yeah? And then get your hips over your heels. See how they're behind me, my heels right now? Now they're coming over, and now I can turn my pelvis and let my head hang. I still have connection with my heels. I just want my pelvis in line with it, even if the knees are bent, yeah? Inhale, come halfway up. This is a concave back position. You're lengthening the spine, pulling the belly in. Exhale and bow. Heel toe, your big toes together. Sweep the arms out and up. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Extend your arms to the sides, turning the palms forward. So hug your shin bones in towards the midline. Take your thigh bones back, low ribs in, and soften your shoulders. Be very strong and purposeful. This is your mountain pose. Open your eyes gently. Swing your arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, bowing forward. Pulling the belly back to support the work of the spine. Inhale, come halfway up. Hands stay on the ground or maybe move up to the shins. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. Set your shoulders. Hug forearms in. Reach sternum forward, tailbone down. Exhale, lowering tricep push-up. We come forward over the wrists. Untuck toes. This time interlace hands behind the back. Shavasana, first root the pubic bone down, right? Squeeze shoulder blades together and then ends come up. Keep pulling the belly back. Bring the chin down. Taking the chin up tends to fire up the upper traps and make it ick. Exhale, release. Let your hands go. Turn your face to one side. Feel your heartbeat and your breath move. And then again, switch the grip. Forehead comes to the middle, press pubic bone down, squeeze shoulder blades together, ends go out and up. Try and keep the big toes together. And then moving maybe to an upward facing dog if you're ready. For hands are going to go to the navel line and press up. Keep your chest in front of your shoulders. Or if that's not appropriate, you're going to go to a cobra pose. Right pubic bone roots down. Chest is in front of the shoulders in either one. Right? And then from your up dog, you can go to downward facing dog over the toes. Press up through hands and knees. 5 deep breaths in your down dog. Press your palms down so the heel of the hand gets light. Straighten your elbows to relax your shoulders. Pull the belly in, make the legs strong. The end of your exhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Step to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, coming all the way up. Let's continue with 2 more sun salutations. Exhale, bowing forward, belly. Inhale, coming halfway up. Notice where the hips are. Exhale, plant the hands. Hop back. Find your plank pose. Lowering halfway down for chaturanga to go up dog, like so. Or maybe lowering all the way to the ground for cobra pose. Right, and pressing up through hands and knees to downward facing dog. We meet in down dog. So those are your vinyasa options. The other option is skip it. Yeah? All good. Bring your big toes to touch. Bend your knees, look forward, step, or maybe hop this time, and come halfway up. Exhale and bow. Inhale, rise. Uno más. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, you can maybe hop back to your chaturanga if that's in your practice. Make sure to keep the belly in. Jumping lightly. Come to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. Bow your head. And coming up to hands and knees. So for this next little bit, if you have sensitive knees, you might want to put a blanket down. I'm actually on mats, so it's not going to bother me, but I'm going to show you for the sake of demonstration. So if you have that blanket, just putting it somewhere in the middle of the mat. Knees will go on the mat, hands will stay off. Extend your right leg out behind you and neutralize it, right? So roll that right hip down, tailbone down towards heels, low belly in. Extend left arm out in front of you. Good old bird dog. If this is pretty easy, maybe lift your left shin and foot up off the mat. Oh, that makes it harder. Breathe. Good. Lower left shin down and left hand down. On your exhale, it's a little different, y'all. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Tuck your back toes of your left foot, and you're going to tap your left ankle behind your right one. Yes, we see. And then we step it back and reach the right leg back. Let's do 2 more times. Exhale, step right foot forward and tap left one behind. Inhale, left knee down and extend through the leg. Exhale, step it forward, stay low, belly in, and reach it back. Good. This time, knee to nose, pull it in, tuck your left toes under, inhale, reach back to three-legged dog. All good. Exhale, step inside your right hand, and the back knee comes down now. Untuck your left toes, coming up. So bring the low ribs in. It can feel really good to just, not super great for your pelvic stability and alignment. So get this squared off, get the low ribs in, and then sink into that. Good, tuck your back toes. Inhale, we're gonna lift up through that left knee. Pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Take an inhale, maybe looking up through the thumbs. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank, big toes touch. Lift your left hand up for side plank. So the options here, you can also take this foot across or a little bit more supportive, bottom leg down. Yeah. Wherever you are, push into your right hand, lift through your left one. Plank pose. Move through a vinyasa, lowering halfway down or all the way. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Big toes touch. And coming down to hands and knees. Other side, tabletop position. Left leg comes out behind you. Right, so when I first put it out there, kind of like, happens. Gotta square it. Draw the low belly contents in. Right arm up. Maybe right shin up. Right shin down, right hand down. Good, so on our exhale, step outside the left hand and tap. And right leg extends and inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot forward, tap right foot behind. Inhale, and extend out. Exhale, one more time, stay low. Tap. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step inside your left hand. Back knee comes down, untuck your right toes. Bringing the torso up. Leveling that pelvis, low ribs come in. Lifting up through the chest. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, lifting the right knee up. One more, inhale, maybe looking up. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. Big toes touch. Right hand lifts up, side plank. And plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. I'm going to move this blanket out of the way now. Good, big toes touch. Bend your knees, look forward, inhale, step or hop. Come halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Chair pose. Sink your hips. Right, so it's easy to get stuck in that prana thing again because it feels good. But we need some roots, so just get the tailbone down and the low ribs in. Right, and see how much happier the low back can be in this position. Soften the shoulders. Good, inhale, stand, press into palms. Lift up and back. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, move through a vinyasa or skip it, your choice. Big toes touch, inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, take it across to your left elbow tricep. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Inhale, reach back to a three-legged dog. Exhale, step between the hands. Warrior two, windmill open. So right foot intersecting left instep. Right, and the right knee is going to go directly over the ankle, but not beyond. Want to be level in the pelvis and the shoulders. Super strong left leg. Soft gaze over the right fingertips. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse. And exhale to extended side angle. Lift the left hip up. Scoop your right hip back. Bring the arm down. Right, you might go up to here, but don't hang out on it. Press into the pinky edge of the left foot. Pull the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, looking down the front foot. Come up, reverse triangle. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So bending through the right knee, you might have a block that you're going to put underneath your right hand. That can be very helpful. I'll tell you, taking yoga on jiu-jitsu mats is challenging. Extend the left arm up. Low belly in. Think about your side plank really helps here. Good. One more inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands come down. Step back to downward facing dog. Swinging through to up dog. So you bring the hips forward, flip or roll over the toes, and draw the chest through. And then going back, roll over the toes, lift the hips. Now we're facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, take it across to right tricep elbow. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step between hands, warrior two. And coming around. Notice where your low abdominal contents are, yeah? Get them in their container. Flipping left palm. Reverse. Shoulders are soft, yeah? We're not trying to get to the sky with the shoulders. Into extended side angle. Tilting pelvis. Continue to pull this left hip crease back, yeah? So that the left side body can lengthen. Belly in. Looking down to front foot. Inhale, come up, reverse triangle. Ardha Chandrasana, so bending through that front knee. Gotta get onto my back foot. Pulling the left hip crease back. Right toes up. Carefully finding warrior two. Good, breathe in. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Stepping back to down dog again. Let's do that ripple through. Imagine you are a wave. Inhale. Come to your up dog. Exhale. Back to down dog. Good, and coming to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide. Walk your torso over to your right thigh. And then continue to push back through your left hip, opening up through the low back and QL. And then walking through the center, over to the other side. And come back to the center, full breath cycle in and out. And coming up to hands and knees. So again, we're gonna go with that same movement, stepping forward. If you need to bring a blanket down, do that now. Extend your right leg out behind you, pull the belly in. We'll leave the left hand out at this point. So on your exhale, step outside your right hand, bring your left foot behind, maybe take hands off. And then bring them down and step back, inhale. Exhale, stepping forward, stay low, take hands off. Inhale. One more, exhale. Stay low. Inhale. This time let's do a little chaturanga, shift forward and dip. Come back up. Knee to nose, exhale, tucking left toes, inhale, three-legged dog. Good. Exhale, step between your hands. Warrior two, back where you left it. And then straightening right leg for triangle pose. You may decide to shorten your stance if you'd like. I think I like that stance. Make sure the feet are where you want them to be. It makes a big difference. Foundation, right? All trickles up. Now, so much we talk about, oh, reach out over that right leg, right? And we do it, and then arms revolve, and this happens, right? I want this side body to be as long as this side body. So get out over it, keep it long, and truly revolve there, right? And then contract this side body a little bit to lengthen this side body. Good. One more full breath. Inhale, come up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down to either side of your front foot. Pop the back heel. Okay, and then we're going to come up to high crescent again. Good. Interlace the hands, right finger on top. Pressing up through the palms. And then bringing those palms down right above the knee. Push down and lift your chest, but tilt forward. And come to a warrior three variation. Keep your right knee bent. Keep your hands on that right knee. Did I tell you how hard it is to balance on mats? One more full breath here. Keep your right knee bent. Extend your arms so that the palms are facing straight down. Airplane arms. And on an inhale, press into your right foot and fly. Good. Exhale, standing split. Hands come down. Reach the left leg up. And exhale, stepping back to plank pose. Move through a vinyasa if you'd like, or skip it. Lion's breath and down dog. Inhale through your nose. Stick your tongue out as far as you can. Thumb into hands and knees. Give the other side a go. Left leg out behind you. Gather in the low ribs. Roll that left hip down. Breathe in through left heel. Exhale, step the left foot forward and tap. Maybe lift hands. And then reach it back. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, tap. Ooh, inhale. Exhale. Tap. Inhale. We dip forward, keep low belly in. Coming back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Tuck your right toes, inhale, reach back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step between hands. Warrior two. Straightening that front leg to find triangle pose. So again, reach out over your left leg. Keep that left side body long. Keep it long as you revolve arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmilling the hands down, popping the back heel. And then coming up to high crescent. Interlace hands with the left finger on top. Breathe in. Take the hands down onto that left thigh. Use the arms and chest and belly, coming forward. We've been humbled, so I'm a little weary. Oh. There we go. Extend arms out to the side, airplane arms, palms down. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Ooh, exhale, standing split. And reach it back, stepping back for vinyasa. Or skip it and meet in down dog. Good, bend your knees, look forward. Hop to the outside of your hands for a squat. Okay, and that might mean you're gonna come onto some support. Take the time to find the support. You can also roll up the back of your mat. It really does make a difference, and it will allow you to open up better, more effectively. Elbows into knees, knees into elbows, palms together. Lift the chest, close your eyes. Lift Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, so tailbone to pubic bone. And Uddiyana Bandha, navel center back, lifting up. Open your eyes. Take your right arm down in front of your right shin. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Use the right arm into the right knee to help you rotate a little bit more. Big deep breath. And exhale, switch sides. Left arm comes in front. Peeling open. Breathe in. Exhale, bringing that down. Forward fold. Toes come in, heels go out a little bit. Move that support if you have it. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumbs. Inhale, lengthen your spine as you hold onto your toes. As you exhale, think about your cactus arms. You're going to actively pull your chest down through your feet. Again, making sure that the hips are over the heels and not behind them. And navel center is pulling back. Good, inhale, come halfway up, release your toes, bring them to touch. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Good, and hands to heart center. Close your eyes. And slowing the breath, noticing the movements. Open your eyes gently. Step your left foot back for pyramid pose. So it's about a 3-foot stance. I'm going to switch and show you this way. And you're not on a line. You're like dividing a line, just on either side. You want to make sure you're squaring that pelvis off. Right? Find a reverse clasp. So Yogi Mudra, elbows, or Namaste. Pulling the low ribs in, grounding through that left heel so much. And then as you come forward, pull your right hip back. Keep your chest broad. Keep rooting your tailbone down through your back heel. Release your hands down to either side of your front foot. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Place your left hand down inside your right foot. And then inhale, reach your right arm forward. And as you exhale, rotate to the right and extend your right arm up to the sky. Inhale, circle that arm down and forward. Exhale, rotate. And one more. Inhale, circle down and forward. And exhale, rotate. Take 2 deep breaths. Inhale, right hand comes down. Heel toe that right foot out to the side so the hands come inside your right foot, and then step your left foot back. Lizard pose. Take a few breaths with the back knee up, shifting a little bit forward and back. And then gently bring that knee down. Untuck the toes. We'll stay for about 10 deep breaths. Making sure that you keep your bandhas engaged so that pelvic floor is still lifting and navel center is still lifting. Really important, especially if you have SI joint or hypermobility through your hips, that you keep the integrity of the pelvis so that you don't create more instability. I am actually flexible enough to come all the way down to this kind of thing, but when I do that, my back hurts later. So I need more stabilization. Couple more breaths. And then tucking the back toes, lift that knee up, sweep your right leg back, bend the knee, roll the hip open, maybe shake it a little bit. Good vinyasa if it sounds good, clear the slate. Big toes touch, bend knees, look forward, hop to your hands. Lengthen, bow, rise, hands to heart. Right foot steps back. Again, pyramid pose, it's about 3 feet. Those right toes turn out to about between 1 and 2 o'clock. Square the pelvis, find your reverse clasp, reverse it if it does. And take the opposite grip if that's relevant. Low ribs come in. Heel roots down, and then as I come forward, you gotta watch that left hip. Left to its own devices, it'll lift up because then you miss the hamstring stretch, right? Yes, it's true. So you gotta watch it. Low abdominal contents are in their container. And release the hands down, bow in. Don't lose that support that you had when your arms weren't there. And place the right hand down inside your left foot. You can always put your hand on a block here too if you have tighter hamstrings. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. As you exhale, rotate open to the left. Inhale, reaching arm forward. Exhale, rotate. One more, inhale. Exhale. And 2 deep breaths. Pull that left hip crease back. Good, inhale, left hand comes down. Heel toe that left foot out to the side so the hands can come inside that left leg. Step your right foot back. Shifting a little bit. And then lowering the right knee down. And tap toes. But you are welcome to come to your elbows if that is what you need to find sensation. Again, I just want you to be mindful of alignment. It's a part of that mind-body connection, yeah. More full breath. And tucking those back toes, reach your left leg back, and then you roll the hip open, and then circle it, get some fresh blood, a little pop. One more vinyasa if you'd like it.
Lion's breath 3 times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Child's pose. Take arms along the side of the body. Turn the palms up. Rock gently from side to side. Inhale, coming up. Bring your legs out in front of you. And then soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. If you'd like to sit up on support, right? If you're coming to this and you feel this way or way back, some support can help to turn the pelvis and get you a little bit higher up. And then also feet going a little bit further away, yeah? Closer makes me go, yeah? Just want you to know what you're looking for here. Sitting up tall. And then again, having that turn be at the pelvis and not at the spine. So you're going to lead with these hip points. They're going to come forward and down, but your navel will go back, yeah? There's forward and down of hip points, navel back, and then I head on down. And then once you reach the edge of the pelvis tipping, yeah, then you can let the head and shoulders melt down. Let's say out and down from there. Elbows can rest on calves for a little more pressure or back by hips. Inhale, coming up. And take underneath the knees. And then bring the feet out in front of you just a little bit more. Hands come behind you, fingertips pointing towards the hips. Tabletop position. First get the chest really broad. Bring the elbows together. Then lift the hips up. Try and extend the pelvis. Maybe lay the head back if you're okay on your upper traps there. Exhale, lowering down. Come on to your back. Bridge pose. So feet are hip distance, arms along the side of the body. Press into your feet, lift the hips and spine up. Tuck and roll your shoulders underneath, interlacing your hands. Give you a little more leverage to lift. Reach hands towards feet, pull feet back towards head. And keep those knees in line with the hips. One more big breath. Release the hands. Melt down. Take a breath cycle. Then we'll go one more active. You can choose to do another bridge pose, or if you have a Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose, upward facing bow. You can do that. Bring the hands back. So when you set your hands here, you want to make sure that your elbows are coming a little bit in front of them, right? This angle here, you don't have as much power. You open the angle up to something more neutral, you got more power, right? Hands are shoulder distance. Come through the crown of the head, but don't rest all of the weight there. And then coming up. Again, try and keep knees and elbows parallel to one another. Coming down, checking chin into chest if you're in an upward facing bow. Everybody will rest. Arms along the side of the body. Take your feet as wide as the mat and just let knees drop in. The spine neutralize. Can maybe rock the pelvis. Some baby pelvic tilts. Take knees into your chest. Rock a little bit. And then keep your right knee as you extend your left leg along the mat. Use your left hand to take that knee across the body. Right arm goes out to the side. So you can decide that right foot can go on the left knee, it can go on the ground. You could get something to go underneath your right leg if this is too deep of a twist. Or you can switch to stack knees. Right, so you got options. Don't worry about pressing that right side down in this version. Just let gravity melt it down. Breathe deeply. And then taking the knee back into the chest. Pull your left leg in and switch out. Hold on to the left, extend the right leg out. Using right hand to take the leg across the body. This side might need something a little different. Sometimes there's rotational patterns. Back into the center. Get both legs in. Happy baby pose. So knees go to either armpit, right? And soles of the feet up to the sky. Grab onto the pinky edges from the insides, right? So I'm going from the inside of my legs to the outside of my feet, pulling those down. And then watch keeping the butt curled up. And we want to open up. So those hip points are going up towards the ceiling, belly's pulling back, shoulders are pulling back, chest is broad. And then if you want to rock your baby, and you can always straighten legs. All of that. And then moving into Shavasana, our final resting pose, corpse pose. Tuck your shoulder blades together onto your spine, right? So externally rotate the shoulders. Get them in there. Settle yourself out. If you need something underneath your knees for your low back, get that. If you're cold, put something on or put a blanket over you. This is the culmination of your practice. All of that work you just did was to come to this phenomenon of Shavasana, where the mind can be quiet with the body. Allow the nervous system to integrate all those postures effortlessly. And then your thoughts move by without engagement. Gently start to deepen your breath. When it's deepening, bring your awareness back into this room. Feel your ends connecting. Some movement. Little fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock your head gently. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head and stretch through your body. Roll to your right side into the fetal position. Use your right arm as a pillow. Take a minute to pause here. A symbolic rebirth from your practice. We'll begin from a place of gratitude for you. Say thank you in your name in your head. And gently press yourself to a seated position, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Feel that connection, the balance of the right and left side. Legs are heavy, heart is lifting. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste. And please look for me on Facebook or on my website, which is posted here, for all of the events that I do in town and around the world. And just want to remind you that it is great to have a yoga practice wherever you can, but please get out into your community and practice with your community as well, because that is an important part. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.